we're there. Hello guys, I'm Lisa. It's nice to meet you or to see you again. I have made a trek across the United States and am back in my home state in North Carolina. So years ago, I was in my dad's train store, which is in Winston-Salem, and I met this guy here. Art. He's wonderful. We would have so many interesting conversations in the store. He told me about going out to JPL in California, Jet Propulsion Laboratories. He talked about his work in the military as a medic. He talked about, well, we talked about trains, of course. We talked about lots of things. I know he's a big fan of the Seaboard. He would come in and buy lots of Seaboard cars. So anyways, when I thought about coming for a tour of Lionel's headquarters, I thought, I'm gonna invite Art. So come along with us today. We're gonna have a fun time.
California Lumber Company. And the Scout.
Wants to see already. Roses? See out here. I'm sorry. Okay, I gotta film this. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm sorry. So your name's Don.
J. Don Reese.
J. Don Reese. I'm
I
Lisa.
want to say hi to your dad, Jeff. I remember signing him up as a Lionel dealer, and I forget what year it was.
It was like 25 years ago, I
Yeah,
think.
well,
Like
it was
something
30
long.
With 36 years. So, yeah, I remember.
I love that. Okay, yeah, I've worked with him a bunch, and that's how I met Art, my friend who's here
Yeah.
today,
Okay.
who's a huge fan. And
He's still doing it.
yeah, he's still there, going strong. He's doing a lot of custom runs.
Good for him.
Yeah,
Good
he's
for
really
him.
passionate about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Well,
Good.
thanks for doing the tour
Well,
today.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
Yeah,
too.
nice meeting you as well.
Yeah.
So it turned out that the info that J. Don Reese shared during his part of the tour was definitely some of the most interesting of the day. So I'm going to give a recap incorporating highlights from what J. Don Reese shared and a bit of research. So you'll be hearing my voice for a bit before being introduced to more folks and seeing all kinds of things. Joshua Lionel Cohen first created a battery-operated electric fan under his Lionel Corporation. A good idea at a time of no AC. Now, at that time, his business partner was Harry C. Grant, and the focus of that company was small electrical devices. It seems he piggybacked on that invention, taking the fan's motor to create an electric train. And while he didn't invent the first battery-powered fan or electric model train, obviously we're here learning about him and enjoying the fruits of his labor over 100 years later. So good on him. Anyways, back to the story. So they sold the toy train to department stores as a merchandising ploy to attract attention to storefronts. But instead, it actually created a new market when people came into the department stores asking to buy the model train itself. Mr. Cowan was friends with Walt Disney, and Walt Disney was a big fan of model trains and a Lionel fan. You can find a bunch of other episodes on my channel, in fact, showing Disney's Carolwood Barn, other Disney train-related artifacts, Imagineer Ward Kimball's collection, and even a Disneyland-themed backyard train layout in Anaheim. So definitely look for those. So back to Lionel and Disney. During the Great Depression, Cowan approached Walt Disney about making a Mickey and Minnie hand car as an attempt to keep the company afloat, and he was on board. Lionel sold them for $1, which saved the company at that time. Later, during World War II, Lionel put electric trains on pause and used metal to instead make compasses and compass cases for the war. It was common that during wartime, companies shifted the way they used valuable resources to contribute instead to the war effort. But after the war, he went back to making trains. However, he did make paper trains during the war. They wouldn't run, of course, but he did what he could to carry on the brand a bit during the war. And these paper trains from war times are extremely rare to find today. So then he started making what was going on in the real world, introducing diesel locomotives in 1948. The porthole window caboose and the Norfolk Western J locomotive, nicknamed Bullet Nose, are iconic products that were introduced in the post-war 50s that catapulted Lionel into the biggest toy company in the world at that time. However, by 1967, Lionel filed for bankruptcy. In the 1970s, General Mills bought Lionel and put it under the Fun Dimensions brand and got them back on track. Lionel was located in Manhattan, then New Jersey, Michigan. Lionel has had roots in a bunch of different places. But then the owners of the company had a connection to NASCAR and purchased die-cast model NASCARs and ended up with this facility in Concord, North Carolina, just outside of Charlotte, and super close to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Lionel had been fragmented with customer service in Ohio, engineers out in California, warehouses in New Jersey, and so everything got streamlined in this one building you see here. Now, I was a bit of a straggler during the tour, trying to keep up while seeing a million things that caught my eye. So I encourage you to watch this all the way through, and then maybe have another go and pause at any places where you want to read a little bit more thoroughly or view something a little longer, as I move fairly quickly with a lot of these shots.
It must be 22.
Train Talk with Lisa possible by clicking on the membership tab to become a member, or by clicking on that cute little heart-shaped thank you button. And when you like and you share this episode with others. And your thoughtful comments, personal stories, and the history you share here is such an important part of this series.
You're good. I'm a straggler.
Thank you for being a part of the Train Talk with Lisa community, and I will see you very soon.